So, what are you doing, Tim?
I'm reorganizing this video box for my church. We were having an issue with the video recording was just recording white. And the reason for that, where's the switcher?
Oh, right here.
Didn't give it back. Well, it's because this is essentially a fade to black. It was set all the way to white, which effectively overrides any of the program output here. So you put that back to the middle, and you get what you're supposed to get, your program output. So, got that fixed. So now I'm taking the opportunity to clean up the inside of the box here. So this is, let me cut that real quick. These are the vagaries of being a mobile church. You gotta figure out how to pack everything. But this is gonna sit just in like that. This used to actually be over here, but I'm gonna leave it up here at the top because there's a cover that keeps all this together, and then I got some HDMI cables to put in here. So there's one.
So, what are you doing now, Tim?
One of the other issues that we had at church was our HDMI baling that runs to the projector stopped working. So I'm attempting to figure out why it stopped working. We are going to pick up a package, number one. Number two, we're going to drop off some VGA balins and associated equipment at the Bethel Lutheran Church that we were at last week. So they can try them out. Try before they buy. And then after that, we're heading out to Astoria to an Adventist church out there who had some, or is having some speaker issues. So we're going to look at the system, and then we're going to talk about, kind of future plans in terms of, where do you want to go in the next 5 years, 10 years. And let's get a plan on paper, and that way, if funding becomes available, we've got a plan that we can execute instead of creating a plan at that point. So, and then we come back and we have a video shoot this afternoon, and then I have some that video equipment from my church that I have to drop off to somebody since I'm not going to be around this weekend to drop it off at church myself. And then who else knows what's going to pop up? I mean, we're going to have to get some food at some point, and I don't know, if we get to Astoria sooner than we need to be, and maybe we'll show you guys some sights. But right now, our trouble is there's an accident ahead of us, and we're in some pretty bad traffic.
Traffic. All right.
So we had to take a slight detour. We had that accident on the freeway, and in about 45 minutes we went about 2.5 miles, and the accident was still like 3 miles ahead of us. So we had to detour. Instead of going north and making the stops that I was anticipating making, I had to come west, work my way through town, and come west. And we're now going through the coastal range that's between Portland and the coast, which is where Astoria is, in case you don't know that. So we're going to have to make all those stops this afternoon and evening, which is a little more annoying, but it's not the end of the world. Welcome to Astoria, the northernmost city in Oregon. And contrary to what you may be thinking, the water that you're seeing on either side of this roadway is not the ocean. This is the bay. And if you look right over there, zoom in, you've got a Coast Guard helicopter. It's a Seahawk, or a modified Black Hawk. So it looks like they're landing at the airport over there. yeah, this is the bay. And a little bit northwest of here, back over my left shoulder, is where the Columbia River, which is what this is, meets the Pacific Ocean. And I forget what they call that, but there's a massive sandbar there, and it's very, very rough water. For small craft, I mean, there's almost always a small craft advisory for that area. But so we will get back to you when we get to the church. We're about 2.2 miles away. Church is going to be back over there somewhere, is my guess. But Astoria is famous for, probably most famous for the movie The Goonies, which was shot in and around Astoria. Kindergarten Cop was also largely shot here. I don't think any parts of Twilight were shot here, but that was also shot here in the Northwest. There are dozens of notable movies that have been shot in this general area as far as the Northwest, the Portland area, but Kindergarten Cop and The Goonies are the most notable for here in Astoria. So we will see you at the church. So we're here in the church, and we primarily came out to look at their speaker situation. So come follow me and we'll show you what they got. So they have a stereo system. We'll just go over here. Tim, can you turn on the stage lights? Thank you. Yeah. Great minds think alike. All right, so this is the current speaker that they have, and these were installed in '99, roughly-ish, somewhere in there.
Because I moved here January '98, and I think it was either the end of '98 or early '99.
Okay. So essentially what's happening is they're having intermittent issues with them. They're not really sure what's going on, and instead of trying to troubleshoot that, they just want to replace them because they've gotten more than their useful life out of them. So what we're going to do is we're going to plan on putting a single mono speaker up there to cover this whole sanctuary. We also talked to them about their lighting and basically moving the stage lighting back a beam, replacing the chandeliers, going LED with everything. And then we also did a screen demo of the Screen Innovation screen samples. Showed them the Black Diamond 0.8 and the Slate 1.2. And that's going to be down the road quite a bit. As you can see, they've already got a really, really nice projector, really nice brightness. So yeah, that's where we're at. And now we're going to hit the road. Got a 3:30 video shoot back in Vancouver, so a very quick lunch. And now we're on the road. So we're coming down the hill. That's lovely. We're coming down the hill. So on the left there, across the river, is Washington. We're going to be going over that bridge. And this is Kelso Longview. And I'm going to need to get over in the right lane here. And we're running a little behind schedule, so I'm pushing the speed a little bit more than I otherwise would. But I'm just going to have Cody keep recording as we go up and over the bridge. Alright, so as you can tell, it's a little darker right now, which means quite a bit of time has passed. We had the video shoot, and if Cody had been thinking, he would have been taking some video of me shooting video. But alas, he did not.
I thought about it now, but I guess I was being a little lazy.
So unfortunately, you don't get to see me at work, at least in that regard. But right now, we've had dinner. We got teriyaki chicken at my favorite teriyaki place. The best teriyaki sauce in the world, at least that I've tasted, which is probably a pretty narrow sampling. But what do you think of it, Cody?
I thought it was amazing.
All right, so now we're in Vancouver, but we're going to be heading back north to drop off some equipment for my church, since we're leaving in 2 days. I won't be here this weekend to drop it off. So once we do that, and hopefully traffic will have died down going south, and we'll head towards home. We still have to stop at my old church and pick up a package. Then we can go home. So that's the update. Good morning. It is Wednesday morning at 7:30, and I have an 8:30 meeting up in Vancouver. So that means I gotta hit the road here pretty quickly because of traffic. But other than that, I've got a 5:30, and I'm sure I'm gonna go do something in between then and now, or now and then. But yeah, I'll probably get a nap. Didn't get a lot of sleep last night, just a lot of stuff going on. But yeah, getting excited. Gonna pack the car tonight, and then we head out of here for Vegas tomorrow morning. All right, so got done with my meeting. So now I need to run up to Battleground, which is a little north of Vancouver here, and I need to drop some stuff off. I wasn't able to drop off yesterday. Just didn't have the time because of traffic, and just ran out of time. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm probably gonna start heading south towards home. I may have a photo shoot this afternoon, I may not, but we shall see. I do need to stop off at a grocery store, get some snacks and water, that kind of thing for the trip tomorrow and Friday. So that's what we're doing. Had a great meeting, lots of good ideas and lots of potential work starting maybe end of this year, but definitely next year, which is good. And on the video side, since the video side has been pretty weak this year. So that's what's going on, and we're gonna move on. Hey guys, so I'm down in Portland. Got that stuff dropped off. I thought I would give you a little glimpse at my old church. I'm still a member here because my new church, we don't have membership rolls or anything like that. So I'm still a member here. I still have a master key. I still have an alarm code. But this is my old church. Quite a bit bigger than my current one. Of course, this one's been around since 1983, at least this building. The church itself is much older than that. But we got, new screens. Well, they're newer. The speakers, they're Renkus Hines Iconics. There's one stack. There's the other stack. And then right underneath it, on both sides, are subs. The old speaker system was actually in the pew back. So if you look very carefully, those slats, there's actually something like over 600 speakers total throughout the entire room here. And that was their old speaker system. Trust me, it was terrible. So this is the new booth. So that's a Roland, I think M480 digital mixer. Got quite a nice setup of Sennheiser wireless. There's the Roland Digital Snake. And then there's just various outboard pieces of equipment. 27-inch iMac that runs ProPresenter, a secondary monitor, Extron equipment. That's primarily probably a matrix switcher on the top, and then on the bottom would be, or I'm sorry, well actually they're both matrix switchers. Anyway, that's how they route their signals around the facility. But all the audio stuff used to be up right there behind that wooden panel there, which is what they call the crow's nest. And then the audio recording was done back behind here. Now you may notice that there's tripods throughout the facility, or throughout the room. There's one there, there's one here, and there's one over there. So this one, the center camera, actually used to be right there. And then we had a cable running up and through that wall plate into the booth, which is right there. And that was my pride and joy for many years. But yeah, I thought you guys would get a kick out of seeing kind of where I grew up. And we're actually hoping to, they said they're going to let us bid on a new lighting system, because they're burning up somewhere around 60 kilowatts an hour. So they're in the middle of a $1 million renovation project, multi-phase, and lighting is coming up probably next year. So that's going to be a pretty massive project. I'm excited for it.